Welcome back to the Hofstra Pride Dynasty. Today we attempt to end our 4-game losing streak as we take on the Maryland Terrapins at home. Coming off the worst loss I've ever suffered in a football video game, an 86-15 defeat at the hands of Arizona, we are looking to turn it around and possibly salvage an opportunity to make a bowl game. Maryland will come into this game 4-3. Most of their toughest games are at the back end of their schedule. They haven't really beaten anybody yet. And the reality is, if they win today, they still will not have beaten anybody. We're breaking out our special edition Flying Dutchman uniforms, and we're kicking this one off to Maryland in white. With their red pants and their red helmet, they field this one just outside the goal line and get up to the 19-yard line. There's Mike Francesa, head coach of the Hofstra Pride, former New York sports radio host, and forever a New York sports radio legend. Mike has sacrificed his free time at old age with his family to come back and rebuild the Hofstra program. He's reviving the Flying Dutchman from the dead. But after a strong start to the season, things have taken a turn for the worst lately. And the Hofstra Pride look to stop their losing skid today, as this is not a great start. It'll be a first down on the completion there from Maryland to the running back, who was split out wide. Now with a pistol look, they have the strength of the formation toward the field side. They come out, hand it off to number 24, who puts on a nice spin move and then breaks a tackle and gets about 10 yards. It'll be second and inches, just short of the first down. They come back in a pistol look again. This time it's a little read option as the QB keeps it. And again, he'll break a tackle and get a nice run. So far, very sloppy tackling for the Hofstra Pride. That has kind of been a theme this season. Now on play action, they'll drop back. They got a guy down the seam. That's the tight end open, and he breaks the tackle, but the second guy comes and able to make the play. They'll go hurry up now. And at this point in the season, you know, I embraced the challenge early on of how outmatched we are, but it's starting to get a little old, getting our butts whooped so bad every game. Now on first down, they'll go RPO, throw a screen out wide. We finally are able to rally to the ball, tackle them for a 5-yard gain there. They're now down to the 7-yard line. From the 7-yard line now, in the 3-3-5, they hand this off to the backup running back, number 3, who just runs through like 6 tackles, gets dragged into the end zone for a touchdown, Maryland. And so right down the field on the first drive of the game, Maryland strikes first. The extra point is up and good, and it'll be 7-0 now. Maryland Terrapins, get that turtle off our field. Now kicking off to the Hofstra Pride here, who will come out on the field for the first time with the ball. That kick is returned out to the 16-yard line, where Mike Francesa's offense, led by Tyler Olson, will come back out onto the field. Last week was Olson's first game back from injury after he fractured his ankle, but he looked like crap against Arizona. Handoff to Strickland on first down, goes nowhere. They lose 3 yards. It'll be second down now for Olson as they get behind the chains early. Then they will hand this off on the slow mesh, but it looked like a blitz from Maryland. The perfect call to stop that one. Now it'll be third and long, 3rd and 16 for Olson. He will drop back. He's got nothing doing. He will get sacked. They're at the 5-yard line now, minus 12 yards on this drive, and they will punt this one back to Maryland. Not a bad punt to get this all the way down to about the 42-yard line. Returned for about 10 yards to the 48. Maryland will set up their second drive in plus territory. Now on first down, 23 back in the game instead of 24 again. They hand it off to him for 3 yards. Second down now, 24 back out into the game. And they hand off to him, and he makes a nice cut behind a blocker. And breaks the tackle, drags some guys forward, and gets the first down. So first down Maryland here inside the 35-yard line of Hofstra. They hand off to 24 again, who was again met by some tacklers and moves them forward down to the 17-yard line. Rocking that 24, and the way Hofstra's making him look with their tackling, it feels like we're playing against Marshawn Lynch. They throw out to the flat here on first down, get 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4 for Maryland. shotgun running back offset to the right. They hand off in the middle. He cuts back, and he has a hole. He will run into the end zone for a touchdown, Maryland Terrapins. Just too much speed on the cutback there. These counting majors at linebacker were no match for that. And, you know, Mike Francesa won't say it, but you know he is just yearning to get to next year to get some of his own recruits on this roster. So down 14-0 now, 2:25 left in the first quarter. The Hofstra Pride come back out. They throw a little bubble screen out to CJ Peaks, who runs into his own man and will be stopped for a gain of 5 yards. Maybe could have been a little bit more had he ran to the open space. Then on 2nd and 5, they will lose a yard on a read option keeper by Tyler Olson. It'll be 3rd down and 6. What is Francesa going to dial up on 3rd and 6 against a blitz? He throws it out to McLawler, who decides to just not catch the ball. I don't know. Looked like a decently accurate throw. Maybe just went right through his hands. So now on 4th and 6, a little desperate to make a play. Hofstra comes back, and they throw again on the mesh. Different formation, a little different window dressing. Similar concept, well, same concept, and they get the first down. So huge conversion for Hofstra there to stay on the field. And then lollipops it up to McLawler. That'll be a 4-yard gain now. And 2nd and 6 now, trips to the left. Blitz by Maryland. They throw a little screen across the middle. A clever little play call against the blitz. And Foreman's on the run. They're not going to catch him. He's going all the way. Touchdown, Hofstra. So right back in this one here as Hofstra strikes quick with their big playability that they have not really showcased much at all. But they did right there. It is 14-6, and Hofstra will go for 2 to try to skew the math in their favor a little bit. Possibly put the pressure on Maryland to have to make a 2-point conversion down the road, and they get it. It'll be 14-8. So Hofstra now, a touchdown could take the lead for them. And kicking this back off, Maryland will get the ball back now after that drive. Quick strike by Hofstra, just about a minute and 20 seconds on that drive. Let's see how Maryland responds now. They hand it off again to the Marshawn Lynch clone. And he gets 7 yards, and they're just pushing these Hofstra defenders off the ball. It is just too easy for them to run on this defense. 2nd and 3, they pick up the first down with 24 again. Man, he just falls forward every time. Now it'll be 1st down and 10, trips to the left. Play action, QB rolls to his left, launches one deep. And that'll be incomplete there. Looked like a few guys had a chance to make a play on it, but nobody really did it well. So it falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now. Jet motion across. They don't do. They hand it off to 24 instead. And he gets popped in the backfield by the blitzing nickel corner. That'll make it 3rd and 13 for Maryland now. And on 3rd and 13, they launch one down the middle. And that'll be intercepted by Chase Freeman on the user alert. The senior linebacker, Chase Freeman, the best player on this defense, comes up big for the Hofstra Pride. And now on an option look, they pitch this out to Tyson, who's got some room on the edge. Tons of space with the late pitch there. All the way down to the 38-yard line. And that is how the first quarter will end here. So it's 14-8 Maryland, but Hofstra is driving with a chance to take the lead as they bounce back after Maryland jumped out 14-0. It's actually the 35-yard line. I called it the 38. They'll hand this one off to Strickland up the middle. And he will pick up just 3 yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Now Olson on 2nd and 7 takes the snap, hands this off on a little power read play, but they're able to string out Strickland and get him to lose a yard here. Now it'll be 3rd down and 8, trips to the right. They throw a little play action screen out to Strickland, who is able to find a hole between blockers and get a nice run all the way down to the 18-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. Then a handoff to Tyson, who comes out wide, then cuts back to the middle, gets a 2-yard gain. Now we've got Olson on a little throw to the corner of the end zone. Oh, Scooter Page got his hands on it, couldn't haul it in. Would have been a nice play if he did. Looks like some technical difficulties there, but we did gain 4 yards. Coming back on 4th and 4 now. Let's see Olsen in the QB blast gets, he had space, but he didn't pick a hole, ran right into his own lineman. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Unfortunate break for Hofstra there. Now the handoff to 24, they get him in the backfield. So moving him backwards at least, now at the 7-yard line. Let's see what Maryland chooses to do. They'll drop back, throw it underneath, and pick up 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play for Hofstra here to try to get off the field and get the ball back again. They drop back. All day to throw, only rushing 3, and eventually finds a man open, but just missed him. Just missed him. It'll be 4th down for the Maryland Terrapins, and they will punt this one back to Hofstra. And they do just that. This one will be fielded about the 40-yard line. Keontae Tyson unable to shake the first guy and tackled at the 44. So that's where Hofstra will set up, 56 yards away from the end zone with 3:34 in the second quarter. They throw a motion swing screen out to Strickland, who makes the guy fall on his face with a spin move and then breaks a tackle and gets across midfield down to the 42-yard line of Maryland. Now a little pony set, 2 running backs in the shotgun. They throw another screen out to Strickland, who again, a nice hurdle, makes a nice play, but there's a flag down. Big 71. It's going to be holding on him. We asked him to hold the block for all of like 0.3 seconds, and he couldn't do it. So it'll now be 1st and 19. That could really handicap this drive here. Who knows? Let's see. Olsen motioning his running back around. It's going to be a triple option. He keeps it and then can't get the pitch off. So it'll be 2nd and 17. It looked like Tyson would have had some space, but not to be there. Now they're going to motion and throw it over the middle, and he's got Scooter Page against the blitz, and Maryland burned again on the blitz. Great recognition by Tyler Olsen to just lob it up there, let his receiver run under it, and make a tremendous play, running all the way to the end zone. They were not going to catch him once he got the ball in his hands. And what a play. Scooter Page. Hofstra has a chance to take a 1-point lead here now as we approach halftime. Scooter Page once again, just the grittiest, most hard-working, high effort, high motor, sneaky athletic guy out there. Making things happen with the ball in his hand, and it is now 15-14. The Hofstra Pride have come back to take a lead over the Maryland Terrapins. This kickoff goes deep, and they will take a knee, bring it out to the 25-yard line. That is where Maryland will set up their next drive with 2:28 left in the second quarter. They hand this up the middle to Little Marchand, who breaks a tackle, and then he is going to go all the way by the benefit of some terrible defense by Hofstra. As quickly Maryland strikes back. Hofstra's defense is a disaster. That should not have happened. I mean, we met him in the backfield, and he put on the spin move. I don't know what happened there. Then he broke a tackle on the second guy. Roman Hemby. We're making him look like the greatest running back of all time today. That was some absolute nonsense, but Maryland 1 extra point away from going up 21-15 here late in the second quarter. You know, Mike Francesa is going to blow a gasket over that one, especially when they go over it in practice in the film room this week. You know, he's going to be chewing into his players a good bit over that one. As Maryland kicks this back off here, real heartbreaker for Hofstra, who worked so hard to come back and take a lead, to have it taken away from them immediately. They held on to the lead for all of like 13 seconds. But this is a resilient group, and let's see how they bounce back. McLawler with the catch. He will get 6 yards. That should bring us down to the 2-minute warning. It does. Now out of the 2-minute warning, Olsen, 5 wide. CJ Peaks and Foreman on the right side. Peaks is very slow, but he's going to throw it up to him anyway, and he almost gets there and makes the catch, but it will fall incomplete. CJ Peaks only 84 speed, maybe not the guy you want to send deep on a vertical route. And Scooter Page again. Man, right place, right time. Doing his best Julian Edelman impression. Picking up a first down for the Pride. Now Olsen is going to swing his running back around in a motion. drops back, and he doesn't get rid of this in time. He's sacked. It is on the ground eventually. After Noah picks it up, he's able to recover and jump on it himself. It's going to be 2nd and 26 now. Hofstra probably should be careful to not do anything stupid, but they do that instead. That's intercepted by one of Maryland's best defenders. Underneath pass, should have never tried it. It was covered. It wasn't there. It wasn't even close to being there. It didn't even look like it was almost there. Maryland a chance to strike again before the half. And it'll be 1st and goal after their first down play gains about 12 or 13. So 1st and goal from the 8. They got the greatest running back of all time in the backfield. And the QB drops back, throws, finds a man, open, touchdown, Maryland, 28-15. So with 1 minute left in the first half, things have not gone the way Hofstra wanted ever since they took the lead. Maryland strikes back with 2 quick touchdowns in the blink of an eye. It is now 28-15 with just a minute left in the first half. So as we wind down this first half and as we wind down this first season, it's time to start thinking about the direction of this series and whether or not Hofstra should play in a conference next year, something like that. So if you're listening to this and you have input on that, please let me know in the comments. Conference or stay independent. Now 3rd down and 10 late in the second quarter here. Olsen drops back and tries to throw underneath, had a man, couldn't get it off in time. It's 4th and 10 with 47 seconds left. Hofstra's going to punt this one back as we fielded it at about the 31, and nice return though as Hofstra doesn't cover that too well. This gets up to the 47 of Maryland. So Maryland, a lot of time left, 2 timeouts, not too far from field goal range on 1st down. Gains a few yards and calls timeout. It'll be 2nd and 5 now. On 2nd and 5, Maryland takes snap, drops back, and throws underneath to number 10, who's open, running across on a drag. He'll get a 1st down, a gain of 6 or 7. So Hofstra doing a bad job of keeping them out of field goal range, showing the double A gap look. They're going to try to get in there and create a negative play. They do hit the quarterback as the throw gets off, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line now. On 2nd and 10, the Pride are able to make an awesome play. Valentine is able to use their lurk under the vertical route. And that's going to be an interception for the Hofstra Pride, who will get the ball back with 21 seconds here. So at the very least, they have kept the Maryland Terrapins off the board for now. As that ball's incomplete down the right side. Had a shot at it, but just wasn't able to complete it. Now 2nd and 10 with 16 seconds left. It looks like Hofstra's going to try to catch lightning in a bottle here. Doesn't work as a seam route to McLawler, the 62 overall slow tight end, is probably not the wisest strategy. The defensive back covering him is easily able to undercut that and intercept it. So now 10 seconds left. Hofstra once again being threatened. And a big play here. Oh, no. And they get the tight end on a corner route all the way down to the 18-yard line. Maryland will have a field goal attempt here with 5 seconds left. However, that kick is up, and he missed it. He missed it. And that is no good. 1 second left for Hofstra to once again try to catch lightning in a bottle, but it sure looks like we are going to head into halftime, 28-15. As this ball launched up down the left side, goes incomplete to Williamson. That is indeed going to be our score at halftime, 28-15, as this half-empty James M. Schwartz Stadium is going to get up and stretch its legs and maybe get some concessions, take a bathroom break. Preston Howard, the tight end, 5 for 91 and a touchdown. So we make all their players look like superstars, I guess. I mean, this run by 24 was just outrageous. This just shouldn't have happened. I mean, we got to tackle better. But 28 points in the first half, not good. Not a good start. Let's see if we can battle back. Hofstra will be getting the ball to start the second half. So hopefully Mike Francesa can make some good adjustments at the break and get these boys back playing like they were a little earlier in the season. They were able to hit some nice explosive plays in the passing game, like this touchdown to Scooter Page. as well as the touchdown to Foreman on that drag screen. So we're back here for the second half. Maryland kicks this one off, and Monroe, I think that's his name, fields it at the 1-yard line. Gets it only out to the 12-yard line, which is not a good starting spot for Hofstra. They go screen here out to Strickland, and this is a nice little play. Who makes a nice little spin move in space there. It didn't really do much, but it did a little. And he gains 9 yards. So now 2nd and 1. They go with the UNLV go-go formation. Olsen barking signals and audibles. And he kicks this one off. Little jet pass to Scooter Page, who gets wide, makes a nice spin move, and gets up to the 41-yard line there. A nice little play for Hofstra here as they're moving to start second half. Back in the go-go, they swing this one out, a little RPO read to Keontae Tyson, who puts a nice spin move on. And now down to the 42 of Maryland. Hofstra's moving early. Now, first down, they motion the tight end out. They throw a little bubble screen out to Foreman. He picks up 8 yards. Again, finding some space horizontally here early in the second half. Now they go in the wide Bryles formation, again, stretching this defense wide. And they hand this off to Strickland up the middle. And again, a lot of space there to operate. He picks up a first down to the 25-yard line. Now Olsen back on first down. Finds McLawler underneath for a positive play, a 4-yard gain. Now 5 wide look. Olsen is going to keep it on a little QB blast. And he's able to run forward for 5 yards before he's taken down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. And on 3rd and 1, the Hofstra Pride in the full diamond set looking thing. They're able to go up the middle for a first down. Now a little RPO read look again. Olsen throwing the bubble out to Page, who catches it, makes a spin move, goes into the end zone. That's going to be Scooter Page's 2nd touchdown of the day. And once again, the Pride are jumping right back in this one. 1 extra point away from making it 28-22. So once again, Scooter Page showing off his nifty quickness and his heart and determination and his nose for the end zone. As Hofstra shows the world that they are not dead yet. The extra point is up and good. It is a 28-22 game. 9 plays, 87 yards for Hofstra on that drive. A nice methodical march down the field. Wind at their backs. This kickoff will go deep into the end zone and be kneeled for a touchback. Maryland will take over here at the 25-yard line. And on first down, they're able to make a play at the line of scrimmage and hold them for no gain. So 2nd and 10 here, Hofstra. Looking to build some momentum. They'll hold them to just a 5-yard gain on that handoff. So now it'll be a big 3rd and 5 here in the 3-3-5. Hofstra needs this stop. Maryland takes the snap, drops back, throws, and a huge play as their defender's running away. As the 3-3-5 could not contain that corner route as number 10 got wide open there. So deep into Hofstra territory now, not what they wanted, but they bring the blitz on first down. The double A gap look gets home, and they get a sack for a loss of 8 yards. It'll be back to the 35 now. It'll be 2nd and 18. On 2nd and 18, they throw a little hitch underneath to the tight end who's been busy today. That'll make it 3rd and 13 at the 29. So what's it going to be here on 3rd and 13? 3 receivers to the right, including the tight end. They go 4 verts and undercut again. Pace with the user lurk. So Francesa's boys have been on it today with 3 user lurk interceptions. The ball hawking is in full effect, but they are still down 6 points here because they haven't tackled. So a little orbit motion here. They'll hand it off to Strickland, who almost got the edge there, but player was able to get off his block and hold him for just a 2-yard gain because that was close to being a lot more. Now they go orbit motion again here, and this time they'll keep it, Olsen will, and he'll rumble off the left side for a 9-yard gain there. Nice read by Tyler Olsen. Now on 3rd and 1, empty set. They love the QB blast out of this. Let's see what it's going to be. Olsen audibles, so they probably had the blast called and got out of it. And he finds Foreman over the middle and out of the slot for a first down. Tough contested catch by Foreman there. A little bit risky, but they come back with the blast here on the next play, and Olsen gets 6 yards. So now on 2nd and 6 here, Olsen calling out signals and changing the play. Doesn't like what he sees originally. What's he going to go with? He snaps the ball, tosses it over to Strickland, and yeah, there was nothing there. He gets popped and fumbles, and that is going to be devastating for Hofstra. As Maryland recovers in Hofstra territory at the 49-yard line, just barely across midfield. And now handoff to 24 as Hofstra's defensive line is getting pushed off the ball. That'll be a 7-yard gain as he doesn't even get touched till he's more than 5 yards downfield. Now 1st down against the double A gap look. There's just nobody home to contain him. Huge run all the way down to the 9-yard line. Another big play. Maryland knocking on the door once again. That turnover just a heartbreaker for the Hofstra Pride. And again, spin move and finally able to be tackled there at the 1-yard line as the 3rd quarter winds down. So they won't get this one off before the quarter ends. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Maryland 28, Hofstra 22, but Maryland 1 yard away from making it a 2-score game. We take a peek at the standings. There's a huge game between number 1 Oregon and number 3 Michigan coming up soon. Now in the shotgun, a little spread look on the 1-yard line, but they do hand this off up the middle, and that is a touchdown. Hofstra had no chance to stop him there. Maryland will go for 2 here now to make it a 2-touchdown game, so the plan kind of worked. Maryland is forced to complete a 2-point conversion, and they drop back and throw, and they do just that. 2 points for Maryland, 36-22. It's a 14-point game here as we're just underway in the 4th quarter. Kickoff to Keontae Tyson looking to make a play, but that does not happen. He gets to the 15-yard line, nothing more. So on 1st down now, Hofstra needs to make something happen here. They come out in an empty set. Quarterback drops back, throws this one down the middle. He's got a man who was unable to hold it. Hit him in the hands, but he just couldn't haul it in. Now it's 2nd down and 10. They are in the same formation. This time they run Olsen up the middle, and he gets injured. He's down. He's not getting up. Well, he is getting up, but he's going out of the game. 4-yard gain there. Xavier Jenkins in the game now. 3rd and 6. They run the same play. Jenkins gets 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and 1. Olsen will return soon with bruised ribs. But for now on 4th and 1, they will keep Jarvis out there. Jarvis changing the play. He sees the look. He's going to call the QB blast. He's going to run up the middle. And he's going to get a 1st down and 10 for the Hofstra Pride. A gain of 5. Now the tackle over formation. They got the right tackle lined up at tight end on the left side. They run a little jet HB punch and get 3 yards. Staying in the tackle over now. Let's see what Hofstra chooses to do. Olsen back in the game calling out audibles. Olsen keeps this on the RPO read, and that was the wrong decision. He loses 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Hofstra Pride, looking to make something happen here. But Olsen will get sacked, and this is a really tough position to be in now. They do have to go for it because it is kind of desperation time. However, 4th and 21, not ideal. They launch this one, and he just gets nothing under it. I mean, he had his man open, but Olsen just banged up those ribs, clearly bothering him. He just got nothing on that throw. And Maryland comes back out, and we just can't stop them. They catch 1 play touchdown, play action. We bite on the play action. Our guy doesn't stay home. Lets the Maryland quarterback outside, loses contain, and he finds his receiver, and that was just too easy. It's now 43-22 for the Maryland Terrapins with under 4 minutes left. This one has gotten away from the Hofstra Pride. They were competitive for a good chunk of this game, and some really stupid mistakes have probably been the difference between winning and losing because they had their shots. Poorly timed turnovers have probably been a big difference maker, just like that one as Xavier Jarvis comes in the game, and his results are similar to Tyler Olsen's as he throws an immediate pick 6. And just like that, a game that was 28-22 not too long ago is now 50-22. And the Hofstra Pride will almost certainly now be dropping to 3-6, losing their 5th straight game. Keontae Tyson doesn't even care anymore. He's taking this one out 9 yards deep and getting to just the 13-yard line. Xavier Jarvis and company come out in the flex bone here. And what are they going to do here? Jarvis holding on to it, wasting some time. Finally tosses it out to Keontae Tyson. He gets some space on the edge, man. Tyson can run. And he gets 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and inches now. Tyson is certainly going to have to be a focal part of this team down the home stretch, because he is definitely our most explosive player on offense. On 2nd and inches, lucky disaster didn't strike again there. Thrown to a covered receiver. Now they come out in the full house pistol and hit Strickland for a nice run and a halfback slam up the middle. They're going to stay in this formation here with a triple option look. They're going to audible into a counter run, and the counter hits really nicely. They get good blocking. Strickland follows them right into a huge hole. I saw a video recently where someone said this is not a good formation. They said it's not a good passing formation and not a good running formation. And they might be right on the passing thing, but they could not be more wrong on the running thing. Look at this. Halfback tackle. Halfback off tackle, rather. Look, there's so many angles you can tackle the defense from. We dive up the middle. We run a counter play that they didn't anticipate well. We run a left off tackle the other way. And now we come back to another dive play up the middle for a touchdown for Strickland. We don't even run any of the option plays. There's zone reads, there's triple options, there's a regular read option. You can really attack a defense in some interesting creative ways in that formation. So I think it's a great running formation. And there is one passing play I like out of it that I think I ran on that drive, but it didn't go well. That red zone play action where your running back's on a corner route. That play does get open sometimes, and it's nice when it hits. So 2:26 left in this one. Hofstra will have to kick it on sides to try to make a miracle happen. Down 22 points here with 2:25 on the clock. So Maryland will probably just run this clock out if they have any decency whatsoever. First down, they're going to jet motion their guy across and hand it off. And we will get them for a loss of 3 yards. And we take a timeout because we are jerks. Now 2nd and 13. We greet them in the backfield now. It'll be 3rd and 15. And we take our 2nd timeout because we are jerks. We got another stop. It'll be 4th down and 16. So we are prolonging the inevitable quite well here. The miracle is not dead yet, as Hofstra out of timeouts, but still with the 2-minute timeout. With 2:06 on the clock, we'll set up shop at their own 16-yard line, needing 22 more points in 2:06. So with Jarvis in at QB, they find him over the middle. CJ Peaks. They hit the post route, gets open, and they march right into Maryland territory. Now on 2nd down, Jarvis tries to escape. He gets tackled at the 48-yard line. He was going nowhere. Now again in the 5-wide look, Jarvis throws this one over to the left side and couldn't find Scooter Page as the defender was able to undercut it and knock it away. So it'll be 3rd down and 14 now for Xavier Jarvis. Brings his receiver in an orbit motion and throws him a screen out wide, but there's no room over there. Shouldn't have even tried it. It's going to be 4th and 17. Hofstra will go, and this will probably be their last offensive play of the game unless they convert. And they do just that to the young receiver, number 9. We haven't seen him too much this year. I don't even remember his name. But down to the 26-yard line. Hofstra not dead yet. I mean, kind of dead, but not, done. They throw this to CJ Peaks back to the end zone. Back pylon throw. Not terrible ball placement from Jarvis, but incomplete. Again in the 5-wide here with 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Underneath, they find CJ Peaks again. So it'll be 3rd down and 2. And look, we told you Francesa and his boys always play to the final whistle, except for last week when they didn't. But this one will be intercepted and tackled at the 1-yard line, but that will do it. Maryland takes over here, up 22. Yet another turnover. We will try to sell out here. Hofstra will to force a turnover, but that won't work. 24 gets loose again. all the way out to the 24-yard line, 25-yard line, and that'll do it in the victory formation as time winds down. They will have to snap it one more time because the play clock is one shorter than the game clock, but that is it. Clock hits 0, and the Maryland Terrapins, their stupid turtle, is clapping up on our field. And that is your final, 50-22, as Maryland strikes for 22 in the fourth to win this one here in Hempstead, New York. It was really the end of the two halves, it seems, as Maryland went wild in the fourth quarter, and they also went wild at the very end of the second quarter after Hofstra took a 15-14 lead. So what can you do? Not terribly different from our other games against superior teams, even the ones we won. We just didn't catch the breaks in this one that we did in some of those others. Some poorly timed fumbles and stuff. Some real backbreakers for us there. 5 turnovers in the game. Well, 1 poorly timed fumble. We only lost 1 fumble. And then some terrible passing decisions where our quarterbacks were thrown to the other team. It's totally not my fault. It's not like I pressed the buttons or anything. Though we did dominate time of possession. Olsen 17 for 29, 256, 3 TDs, 2 picks. Overall, not the most terrible stat line, all things considered, considering what we were up against. Keanu Tyson, 3 carries, 76 yards. 2 over 20 plus. 1 was for 47, his longest, so it's not even like it's totally skewed by like 1 really long run. It's skewed by 2 long runs. Scooter Page, 4 catches, 91 yards. You know, just a workman-like performance as usual for him. The sophomore, he'll be back next year. So on to the next week. Looking ahead, we have a showdown with San Jose State. Some recruiting updates. After getting blown out, these visits are basically like a waste of time, it seems. Lorenzo Sanders did not enjoy himself. Bruce Wayne's very close to committing. So we're going to take some points off of him, move them elsewhere. We scout Matt Sermon and find out he is a green gem, so we'll have to try to get him on campus. I decided to check out the top recruits in New York State. There is a 5-star left outside linebacker. But other than that, not a ton of talent here in the state. We did sign the #1 tight end in the state. But other than that, we're not even placing a huge emphasis on recruiting New York guys. Although we did get Brett Coco, who is from, I think he's one of the lowest rated players in the state. Let's see. Yeah, I think at some point here when I scroll down, you'll see that he's like at the bottom of the list. But running out of time here, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe, please. It helps me out a lot. Come back for next game against San Diego State. On paper, they're like not that much worse than Maryland, but you know, I feel more optimistic with them being a non-Power 5 team. Like we maybe have a shot. But looking at their schedule, they did only lose by 3 to Texas last week. So maybe they're angry. Who knows? We'll see. Thank you. See you next time.